Good afternoon, welcome to the Professor Maima Show. Hope you are doing well. Please subscribe, share and like this video. So today I want to talk about something very interesting. So as you have seen, they want to impeach they've already impeached the Deputy President of Kenya. So now, it's called what? Now they have already appointed a new Deputy President. It's called Kithure Kindiki, Professor Kithure Kindiki from Meru County. So now, the former Deputy President, that is Gachagua, has gone to court. So the cases will start tomorrow. So it's going to be, I think it's like the appeals court. They've taken the cases to the appeals court. They've taken all those cases, 16 cases, to the appeals court, where it will have 3 judges. Then the 3 judges will decide on whether Gachagua was impeached in the right way, or if he needs to stay in power. So that is the state of things. But me, Professor Maima, I'm saying Gachaguas' next move. What is Gachaguas' next move? If you were to ask me, there's a likelihood that before the end of the month, Gachagua, the courts will uphold the decision to impeach Gachagua. They will say the impeachment is a political process, and all the steps were taken into account, and Gachagua had the chance to defend himself, and he did. And even if he didn't miss the chance to talk to the Senate because of ill health, his representative, his lawyers also had the chance to present his evidence that he had done in the parliament. Nothing had changed. So because of that, they will uphold the decision of the, it's called what? The decision of the parliament, that's the parliament and also the Senate. You have the Kenyan parliament has it's called the parliament and the Senate, isn't it? So that's what I'm saying. Gachagua's next move. So what does he do? He'll be impeached. That one will be upheld. His impeachment will be upheld. So now, after that, what does he do? What he does next is very interesting. Me, I see him joining the opposition who are in the cold. You know, here in Kenya, once you lose an election, you go into the cold. Like, for example, a good example is Raila Odinga. Every time he's always in the cold. He has lost elections from 2007, 2012, 2017, 2022. So those are like 5 times. 2007, 2012, 2017, 2022. Yes, and also he stood in 1997. 5 times. So now I don't think he'll stand again. That's for Raila Odinga, the giant of opposition in Kenya, isn't it? So what does Gachagua do? So me, the way I look at it, they have said join the opposition, people like Kalonzo who is still in the cold. Because mind you, the ODM party, which was the major opposition party, is now in bed with government after it's called the failed finance bill of 2024, whereby Kenyan people, majorly the young people called the young Gen Zs, went to the streets. Men were injured, men were killed, but that bill was thrown out, isn't it? So now Gachagua, once he joined the opposition, you find that life is not easy. You see, him as the deputy president, he had all the trappings of power. Why do I say so? Look at the security detail. Look at his office. Look at the trappings of power. This is a person, when he entered power, he told all Kenyans that he was worth $10 million, 1 billion Kenya shillings. The other day when he was being, his trial of impeachment was in the, it's called what? It was in the parliament. He said that he's worth 5 billion. Now he was trying to attribute that to his brother's wealth. But me, I think it was just lying. If they do a true analysis, his wealth is so much more than that, because we are just looking at assets. They have not looked at the money they even hide outside. Who doesn't know that our leaders hide wealth, hide big money outside there, isn't it? So what Deputy, you can say, Gachaguas next move. Gachaguas next move. So now, so when you look at Gachaguas next move, he'll be in opposition, he'll find it hard, and with time his clout, his power will start to diminish. Because let me tell you, when someone is in government, everyone is attracted to them like the way a moth is attracted to a bulb. What am I saying? When someone is in power, he or she is like a bulb, and people are attracted to that bulb like a moth to a light bulb. And you know what happens when a moth goes to a light bulb? It burns. That's what I'm saying. Power sometimes, they say power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. So he's doing opposition. He'll try maybe to organize his region to be together, but after a while, you'll find that you need resources. You see, when you're in power, you have excess resources. You have the police at your disposal. You have government machinery, the vehicles, the administration system to organize your rallies, your harambes. So now, you're always having an upper hand to anyone who wants to remove you in power. That's why they say it's very rare for someone to be removed in power when he or she is a sitting president. It only happened in Malawi. I think it was Malawi. But now what happened is the people who are the head of the military in that country did not want that lady. And also to make quarters for her, she had inherited the seat from a previous president who had died in office. So I think the president died in office and she took over power. So she was coming in a weakened position. But if someone goes to the ballot and wins power, to remove him in an election is near to zero. Ask people of Zimbabwe, ask people of Uganda, where else? Cameroon. It can't happen. The system, the state will ensure that. So that's why I'm talking about Gachagua's next move. He joins opposition, tries to mobilize his region to become one. Number two, starts to lose his influence because he doesn't have money. Number four, after a while he disappears. Yes, after a while the guy will disappear. They used to have Matiba. The young Gen Zs back in the day, the 90s, we had big people called, we had opposition leaders, Matiba, Rubia. They're the ones who started these things of multipartism. They really wanted multipartism. Matiba, Rubia, read the history of multipartism in Kenya. Before that, it was one-party state. When you got independence, the founding fathers, you had President Kenyatta, the senior, and then you had Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, the father of Raila Odinga, who was the first vice president of Kenya. He fell out with Jomo Kenyatta, and you know what happened? He tried to stand in on his party. He lost all the seats. When Moi came into power after the 1982 coup, he said Kenya is a one-party system. And it was that until the 90s when Matiba, who was in government, decided to join forces with Rubia. And in fact, Matiba was a minister, very rich, among the richest ministers here we have in that time. He was worth billions. Schools like Hillcrest, Sarova Hotels, all his. He was among the richest. There were three rich men in Kenya. Number one, it was President Moi, Biwott, and Matiba, when they were in government together. And then number four, I think Kibaki or something like that. Yeah, not forgetting the Kenyatta family, yes, those five individuals. Number one was Moi, number two was Kenyatta family, number three Biwott, number four Matiba, yes, then number five Kibaki. Those were the rich, they were the rich guys. How things change. That's what I'm saying. Gachagua's next move. Because as it stands now, he will be like those Akina Matiba, who started opposition and they lost all their wealth. Even their health became worse. Yes. The life of an opposition in Africa is the life of a dog. Because you don't know who's going to kick you, how you are going to even survive. If you are in the system like Kalonzo, who's a former vice president and a former blue-eyed boy of Khan, people look at Kalonzo, the young Gen Z, they just think this guy has been in opposition. No, these were the people, they were the what? The blue-eyed boys of Khan. Like you have these people now in UDA, these youngsters in UDA. Those are the young, Kina Kalonzo were the youngsters back in the day for Khan. Those are the youngsters. They are the who and who because they had the Jirongos. But who knows? Life is very strange. Things change. That's what I'm saying. Gachagua's next move. He will join opposition. He tried to mobilize Mount Kenya. He tried to form a formidable opposition. He tried to bankroll opposition to the government. But after a while, he lose the motivation because it's very hard. It's a hard journey. And then after a while, people will also lose his influence and popularity. People will forget him. And look at the next president after Ruto. Who knows? It will be Babu Owino, Natembea. We also have this Busia senator, Omutata. The list is endless. Nyoro from Central Province, Waiguru. I can name all of them. The election of 2032 will just be fire. That's 10 years from now. Is it 10 years? 8 years from now. These people, by that time, they will not even be past 60 years. So it will be fire upon fire. That's what I'm saying. Gachagua's next move, it will be the end of his political career. Because he won't have those state machinery, resources to keep himself in the public sphere, the way Raila has managed all these years. Losing election, but still reinventing himself. Now he's going for the African Union chairmanship. You see, Agwambo is Tinga. That's the person these youngsters, pretenders to the throne, should learn from. So this is the Professor Maima show. I want to pray for you who's watching me, that you have a long life, that your dreams and wishes become a reality, and that you become rich and prosperous, not only you, your children, grandchildren, and all your generations. I pray that job, reality. That big house, reality. That passport to travel outside this country, reality. That partner to start a family, reality. Those children, reality. That business venture, reality. That first farm for yourself, reality. Isn't it? Also pray for myself to get a big, how do you say, big money. Then with the big money, set up a technological university that will train future entrepreneurs, provide job for the young Gen Zs, and then myself big money, and also big money for the Kenyan government. Those are my prayers. Amen. So if you have liked this channel, our channel, please support us on the mobile M-Pesa down there, +254 769 729 327. I'll repeat again, mobile M-Pesa, +254 769 729 327. And as I always say, gwaheri ya kuonana, gwaheri.